Welcome back to the channel for the Game Week 3 Chances Conceded video. This is a recurring weekly series that will run throughout the season, and it'll help you figure out which areas each team concedes the most chances, and which players from the opposing team who may exploit those weaknesses. So without further ado, let's dive in. This weekend's kickoff sees Chelsea welcoming newly promoted Luton to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea conceded most chances down their right flank. If you're looking to buy a Luton player, Morris and Giles are two names to consider. Giles had the most attempted crosses with 36, and the second most touches in the opponent's final third in Luton's opening game. While Morris could also do well in this one, given the number of chances conceded through the middle by Chelsea. Luton Town gave up 13 chances down their right flank. Could Ben Chilwell use that to his advantage? With an expected assist tally of 0.84, the left-back winger leads all Chelsea players. Nicholas Jackson shouldn't be discounted either. The Chelsea forward has the second best known penalty XG per 90 among forwards. At the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth will take on Tottenham, two of the clubs who gave up the most XG over the first two weekends. Bournemouth were especially vulnerable on the wings in the opening two games, allowing 10 opportunities on each side. Son could exploit those weaknesses. Over the last two games he had 4 attempted assists, created 1 big chances and had an XR of 0.69. Similarly, right winger Dejan Kulusevski has a chance to have a good outing. He's second on the squad in shots with 5, behind only Papasa. Philip Billing is a player worth considering if you'd want to take a chance on a Bournemouth player in this matchup. Over the previous two games, he's occupied most of the areas where Tottenham are weak, amassing an XG of 0.58. Next Saturday, Arsenal will welcome Fulham at the Emirates. Arsenal hasn't given up many scoring opportunities, therefore we'll focus on Fulham. But if you're looking to invest in a Fulham player for this matchup, both Andreas and Jimenez are decent options. Willian, if he starts, might benefit from Arsenal's exposure on the right wing as well. This could be a goal fest for the Gunners, as Fulham lead the table in terms of the most XG conceded in the first two game weeks. Apparently, Fulham left flank is their weakest area, as they conceded 8 chances over 2 matchups. Saka remains a viable captain option. Also, Fulham gave up the most centre of the field chances with 8. Eddie Nketiah, assuming he keeps his starting spot, has a chance to shine. Brentford will host Crystal Palace at their home turf, the GTEC Community Stadium. Brentford kept a clean sheet in their previous game, though they allowed 17 chances over the last 2 games, with 9 coming from their right flank. Crystal Palace's left winger Eberechi Eze may finally find the back of the net, this time. The talisman had 12 shots, the most of any player. Eduard owners may also benefit from this matchup, as Brentford allowed the second most opportunities with 6 down the middle. Getting past the defences of Crystal Palace won't be easy. They've given up the lowest number of chances of any team thus far. The left side of the pitch is where Crystal Palace gives up the most chances. Brian Mbeumo of Brentford is the player to watch here. With 2.78, the Cameroonian international has the most XG of any player. Goodison Park will be the site of this week's game between Everton and Wolves. Wolves rank 6th in expected goals among Premier League clubs, despite losing in their first 2 games. Keep an eye on Neto and Rayanate Nuri, 2 of Wolves' assets. In the previous 2 games, Pedro Neto has attempted 6 assists and created 1 big chance. In addition, his 9 touches inside the opposition box were the most among his teammates. Of the 26 opportunities Wolves gave up, 11 came from their left side. Though, Everton's attack have been poor over their opening 2 games. James Garner, who plays on the right wing for Everton, can benefit from Wolves' weaknesses. If you're looking to bet on an Everton player, After suffering defeat to Tottenham, Manchester United will host Nottingham Forest at the Old Trafford for Game Week 3. Throughout the previous 2 games, Man United's left flank and centre have been exploited for a total of 11 opportunities against them. We recommend focusing your attention on Tayo Awoniyi of Nottingham. Over the course of the past 6 games, the Nigerian attacker has scored 8 times. If you're considering selling Bruno or Rashford, you may want to give them one last opportunity. If Bruno maintains his position on the right, he'll be the main player to exploit for a sleeky left flank. In fact, he leads all Premier League players through 2 game weeks in expected known penalty goals with 2.12. At the Amex Stadium, Brighton will be playing host to West Ham. The last 2 games, Brighton gave up equal number of chances on all areas. Although, Bowen might really exploit Brighton's left side if Estupina continues to press forward. Bowen has taken the most shots with 6 and created a tally of 3 attempted assists for his side. West Ham's left winger Ben Roma is another potential differential punt for Game Week 3. We can say with certainty that Brighton does in fact score. This game should be a good one for all of Brighton's attackers. Though, Solly March is the one who could benefit the most from this matchup. Keep an eye out for Kaoru Mitoma and Estupina too. Aston Villa will play Burnley at Turf Moor this coming weekend. Burnley's last fixture was postponed, so we don't have a lot of information about their weaknesses. Though, when examining the areas in which they've conceded the most chances in, it's quite clear that the Clarets gave up the most opportunities through the middle with 6. Watkins may be a good shout for a differential captain. Villa's left-back winger Lucas Dean might also be worth a gamble as a differential in Game Week 3. The Frenchman has 4 attempted assists, the most of any teammate. Aston Villa gave up 7 chances on their right flank in the opening 2 games. Burnley's attacker Lyle Foster, who plays there, is the man to keep an eye on. Defending champions Manchester City will visit Sheffield, the team with the lowest expected goals figure through 2 weeks. In the first 2 games, Sheffield United gave up several scoring opportunities from a wide variety of areas. Though, Phil Foden has a decent odds to attack Sheffield's left flank. In fact, no other player in the league has produced more chances than his 9. Despite Erling Haaland had a poor showing against Newcastle, this is a decent matchup for him. The Blades have given up the most chances down the middle with 11. Thus, he's the clear-cut favourite for a captaincy this week. No player worth considering from Sheffield, since Man City allowed the joint fewest shots against with 13. Newcastle will host Liverpool at St James Park in Game Week 3. Newcastle allowed a tally of 24 chances in their previous 2 games, with the majority coming down the middle, where they've conceded 2 goals. It's possible that Jota will score once again, as he occupies that area in Liverpool's attack. The Portuguese forward XG tally of 1.10 ranks second in Liverpool's squad, behind only Mo Salah. Mo Salah owners be warned, as Newcastle conceded only 5 chances from their left flank. Liverpool has given up the most chances from their left side, across the 2 games with 6. This might be promising news for Almiron owners. The Newcastle winger has accumulated 4 attempted assists and produced 1 big chance over the first 2 rounds. If you like this new series, let us know in the comments section below. Please do subscribe to our channel, as it helps the channel grow. Also, we've updated the prizes on our mini league, so be sure to join. See you in the next video.